Coach, is what one of my students said, how do you get a man to value you? I even did a live on it last night. So I wanted to make it concise, encapsulated right here. So the first thing, I'm gonna give you 5 ways you get a man to value you. Number 1, you must create a standard that he must rise to. See, I told someone recently that a man will only rise to the standard that you create for him. And that is so true. We always fall below because we don't know what the standard is. And if you have not put a standard in before us, if your standard is, hey, you open my door every time I come over, that's the standard that I live by. You cannot expect a man to know what your standard is if you don't have one. Number 2, how will he value you? You must create boundaries. And one of the things about a boundary, a man will cross the boundary. For instance, you might say the boundary might be you don't raise your voice and talk to me a certain way when we're arguing. That might be a boundary. But if you allow him to cross the boundary, you're conditioning him to keep doing it. He's not going to value you if you allow your boundaries to be crossed at every whim. Number 3, this is big. Number 3. Communicate your needs without being needy. And so when a woman communicates her needs, she simply says, here's what I need. Here's what, she's not afraid to communicate her needs. She's not afraid of letting you know. And I was reading a book, His Needs, Her Needs. It's not a new book. It is a great book on relationships and couples. We have 10 basic needs. And when a woman is willing to express what those needs are and then create a standard around the need, wow, her value goes up. Number 4, and this is big, you must be leading. You must be willing to lead with your feminine energy. I've been doing a lot on feminine energy lately. I've been explaining it to you because what's happening is a lot of women who are bosses at work, who have these high positions, they work in a masculine environment, all right, to excel, and they're making more money than ever. However, when they get home with their man, they don't know how to balance that energy. So they're instructing, they're direct, they're structured, all of these things that represent the masculine world. And then when you get home, you've never been taught how to use your feminine energy. And a lot of times you may have been taught how to use, or you've seen it used, but you don't want to because you feel like it's worked in the workplace, but it won't work at home. Number 5, be willing to walk away. If a man truly values you, he has to fear losing you. If you're not willing to walk away, I didn't say you have to walk away. You have to be willing to walk away. And when you are disrespected or whatever, you walk away.